Here's another throwback battle against Matt, this time in Pokemon Platinum. So this is a battle from when we had recently started with the action replay. So we used to set guidelines so that we were allowed to cheat a certain number of moves and a certain number of abilities onto our Pokemon. So that's what the deal with that is. So I have a Shuckle with all the entry hazards because I always like to use Shuckle as my entry hazard setter for cheat battles because it's bulky, you know. I don't know. So Matt has a Trick Room team, and so he used Trick Room, and his Bronzong was actually faster than me, so now it's slower because of the Trick Room. And it used Gyro Ball, but that didn't do much damage because it's faster than me. So that time it used Iron Head, and that of course did a lot more damage. So far I've set out one of each entry hazard. Sticky Web, of course, did not exist in Gen 4. So it hits me with another Iron Head, but doesn't quite kill me, so I'm able to set up one more layer of spikes. And now this Iron Head will take me out. Yep. So Shuckle faints, but it set up a good amount of entry hazards, and the Twisted Dimensions have returned to normal. So I bring out Tyranitar, get that ever-present Sandstorm started, back in the good old days of Infinite Weather, and also the good old days of when Steel resisted Dark. So Bronzong is not weak to Crunch. But I get it to half health and lower its defense, so it's sure to die on the next one. But it gets up a Trick Room. Sandstorm rages, but it's not going to hurt either of us, of course. And now he uses Gyro Ball, or as the Greeks would pronounce it, Gyro Ball. And it's super effective, but still does not do that much damage. So now I'm going to take it out with a Crunch. And it faints, of course. Sandstorm rages. So out comes Rampardos. I have to hand it to Matt. He at least did use a much more creative team than I did. I was just like, pseudos with strong moves. But he went for it. Like, this is very clever. Trick Room team with Hammer Arm. Nice. Kudos. So Tyranitar is taken out, and Rampardos' speed effectively raises in the Trick Room. So I bring out Metagross. And now Rampardos is going to use Earthquake, but I think Metagross can probably take that. And it can. It does over half, but I know I can kill it with this Meteor Mash. Any day now. This is why people don't like Gen 4, because it is kind of slow, but I still love Gen 4. I don't care what anyone says. So my attack raises, perfect. So if I can take another hit, I can wreck shop. The Sandstorm continues to not hurt me. And Matt brings out Hariyama. But it gets poisoned. Oh, you know, I wasn't paying attention. Did that Rampardos have Levitate, I guess? Because it didn't get... I don't know. So it uses Hammer Arm, of course, because Trick Room. And it takes me down. So I was not able to use my boosted attack. Now Hariyama's going to take a bunch of residual damage between Poison and Sandstorm. But the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, so now it's super duper slow instead of quite fast. I use Protect just to try to stall it out a little bit. And it uses Facade. So now I'm using Earthquake. And something we don't get to see in this is that I have a Magic Guard Gyarados, which has a bunch of different recoil moves, like Brave Bird and Volt Tackle, Wood Hammer. Pretty cool. And so it also is immune to the Sandstorm because of that, too. So mine is kind of a Sandstorm. So now Slowking is out, and he gets affected by all the entry hazards. And I go for the stall again. But I shouldn't have, because he uses Trick Room. So now he's faster than me, and he nails me with an Ice Beam. That's gonna hurt. But I managed to hang on against all odds, and now we get to hear this wonderful beeping when I'm at 69 health. Giggity. So Earthquake is able to take Slowking down. And now Matt's down to 2 Pokemon. And here's a Rhyperior. Rhyperior 2 weeks in a row, but this one is not the infamous Scoots. So I once again go for the stall. It's going to take some poison damage. And I tried to protect again, but that was dumb. But he misses with Earthquake because of my Sand Veil ability. That's frustrating. And now, because I'm such a jackass, I use Protect again. And the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, which is what I was waiting for. So I go for the Earthquake. And Rhyperior is down. So finally, Matt brings in Dusknoir, who gets badly poisoned and hurt by entry hazards because it doesn't have Levitate for some reason. I just go for the Earthquake this time instead of protecting. And that almost takes it down, but he used Trick Room instead of attacking me. So that's going to cost him the match. Dusknoir gets hurt by Sandstorm and Poison. And that's the match.